happened. We're live. This is what it is. Live
Yep,
TV, man. This is what it
correct.
is. We're talking about the barbecue smoke shop. Just amazing, man. And I reached out to you, and I'm so happy you came on today. Let's talk about about cheesecake. What you miss about cheesecake, Yard House, and then the Boston Marathon. The bombing happened, right? You got that call from Bianca, right? How
Yeah.
crazy was that, right?
Well, the again, like that Boston Marathon day is the day I arrive in California for my first day of training.
Right.
So I'm in the plane. I don't know what's going on, and then um, as I land, I call Bianca, and she kind of trying telling me what's happening.
Yeah.
So it's tragic. We had a Max Brenner. One of the bombs was the building right next
Oh,
to the Max Brenner.
wow.
So that was very scary.
For sure.
Um, but going back to it's, do I miss Cheesecake Yard House? No,
Okay.
I do value every experience I had with them
Okay.
because I learned a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, before before Mom is on and the husbands, Danny talked to me. He was like, "Hey, you want to come back?" I'm like, I knew I couldn't. I was like, "Hey, if you give my socks back, I'll come back." uh, but but if I really really have to, I would go back. But that wouldn't be on top of my list. Not because it's not because it's not a great place to be. Because I want to do things different. I've been
Right.
there. I done there. Done. Right. Um, but like I said, it's each each experience was a learning experience and a growing experience. I mean, for me, starting at Cheesecake as a dishwasher,
Yeah.
I mean, and there I had to sleep at the restaurant sometimes because I didn't have ways to get home.
Wow.
So when I started my career at Cheesecake, I would sleep in the booth because I would miss the last bus, and I was like, I tried to walk one time, and I was like 3 hours. I'm like, I'm not doing that again. I'm just gonna sleep in the restaurant, and I'll get the first
Most of
bus
them.
back home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't have extra money to pay for cab. There was no Ubers. I barely
Right.
knew anybody. So that's decisions they have to make and to be able to survive. But whatever. And but again, it's was amazing experience. I learned a ton from every place I work at it.
Right.
And I think I only bring the good stuff. I only remember the good stuff. The bad stuff doesn't matter because you know what I mean.
Looking back now, what advice would you give to 17-year-old Matt?
Uh Back then, I think probably learned more about finances when I was that young, so I could
Okay.
be in a better place now. But I don't think I would change anything. It's been
Yeah.
it's been a great life. Not easy,
Right.
but um, but everything I have today, it's because going back to that 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Um, you know what I mean? And the most important, it's right here with me, and that's all that matters.
Do you sit down with Luca Lorenzo? You tell him about life. You teach him about certain things, work ethic. Look at you, maybe yourself, Bianca as well. Do you try to instill those things that your parents instilled in you to them?
Yeah, that's valuable. And I think that comes from us, right? They they all have chores. I mean, they gotta take care of the yard with
Yeah.
me. They gotta help Bianca with the laundry and with the upkeep of the house. It's you know, what I mean, we always doing. I'm always doing projects around the house. I just this past month I put up we built a door that we were missing in the basement, and Luca worked with me side by side.
Wow.
Um, so it's teaching them just little things, right? Because eventually they're gonna need it. And then at the same time, we are creating some bond and some memories.
Yeah.
Um,
Father son time. You don't get those times back. These kids grow so fast now, right? It's like they're
yeah,
18, they're going to college. It's over.
yeah, yeah. It's and I think that that's one of the toughest thing for me was that is that I missed a lot. I missed a lot of weekends. I missed um, some birthdays. Not my kids' birthdays, but family
Right.
members' birthday because I was always working.
In the hospitality
And
business. It's very tough.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I was, yeah, and I'm okay with it because Bianca was there with them.
Right.
So they
Right.
have, but they have, you know what I mean? They have that. So that's what I'm grateful for. But if one of those things that could change is that, but it's hospitality. You have to be there. You're working those those days when no everybody else is not, right? But
For sure.
um, but yeah. Um,
The
what's next?
future of barbecue smoke shop is for you to make this company as big as you can make it, right? That's what the goal is.
I that's our goal. That's Andy and Brian. That's where we all trying to make as big as we can, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, Going there every day and how can we make it better? How can we be
Yeah.
consistent? Um, 6 years ago when I started with barbecue, only thing I knew it's electric Home Depot smoker that you plug in, throw some chips in there, and
Yeah.
cook when
There
she's
you
done. That's all. That's all I knew, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Then I went to smoke shop and I start smoking everything. Andy is a world champion. He has they they I would say we have um, uh, a competition team that you they invite me to be part of it a few years back. We did a couple of years, but with the craziness of the restaurant right now, I haven't been able to go in competing, but had the opportunity to go to Kansas, to Texas, and kind of do the competition, which is a completely different world of
Yeah.
what we serve
What you used
on
to on a
every day
daily basis. Yeah.
on a daily basis. So it's kind of, but also it gets you okay. This is how it goes, right? But
Yeah.
like 2 years ago, we did a tour from Austin to Dallas, and we were eating at 4 different places every day, and it was amazing. It was we went to different places. We taste so many great places. Um, and if you like barbecue, you should get a group of people and you should do one of those trips.
For
It doesn't
sure.
have to be you don't have to eat 4 times a day, but you could do a couple of different places a
Yeah.
day. But you got to go with a group of people because you get so much food and you can eat it
Right.
all. But it's a great experience,
For sure.
and I continue to learn every day. I'm very lucky that I feel that this last 6 years I gained probably 12 years of experience because
Wow.
I'm doing every day. I'm doing computation. I'm having to troubleshoot. I'm using my staff, which they are amazing, and they help us troubleshoot stuff. Hey, this doesn't work. We got to figure out different ways.
Right.
Um, so until last year, we were doing things a little bit different, and I had a chance to go to Arkansas last Wright's Barbecue in Arkansas and I spent 3 days there working with them,
Right.
and we've made some changes to the way we hold our barbie our brisket, especially our brisket and our pork butts, and it has made a very difference. Um, but that's what it is. It's learning, right? Figuring out what's not working. How can you make it better? And not perfection is a very hard word to to accomplish, right? But
Right.
doesn't mean you cannot try to.
Strive to do it right, the right thing.
Exactly. So
How's the concept? How the menu, you guys do more to goes than dining in? How does that work?
before COVID, we were doing 5% to go.
Wow.
Now we do about 25 to 35% to go.
To go. Wow, to go
Yep.
business. DoorDash, Uber Eats, all that good stuff. Grubhub.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do everything. We have a good partnership. Andy was able to work a very good deal with all our partners and negotiate a very good deal. So, so we do that very well.
Right.
Um, but it's barbecue is fast. I mean, so
Yeah.
we're as fast as McDonald's to put our food out, but we're more. I wouldn't say
Efficient.
double, but we're a lot
Not
more.
cutting any
So
corners. Yeah. Yeah.
so the third parties really like because they're making a lot of money per order versus the other fast food.
Is this the last stop for you? You've done so much, right? A Rolodex of knowledge, wisdom, cooking from a young age to where you are now. Is this it for you? You see yourself doing anything else?
Um, I think I wouldn't say this is it, but
Okay.
I think this. I believe this is. I'm with this company for a reason because we
Okay.
believe and we want to make it grow.
Yeah.
Um, but you never know what tomorrow's hold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, um, and I don't see myself retiring and sitting in a couch. I gotta be doing something. So, um, you know what I mean? And I I barbecue. You we focus on barbecue and my background. It's food, right? I'm not. Sometimes some chefs are like, hey, I know everything about Italian. I know everything about. I don't know everything about Italian, but I know a little bit about Italian, right? So, but I also
Right.
know a little bit about Mexican, a little bit about French, a little bit about bread. Um, so I like to consult here and there to kind of get out of the daily routine, right?
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
not doing the same thing every day because it gets
Over
bored.
and over. It gets boring. I was going
Yep.
to ask you a question. Talk about retiring. You clicked in my mind. Your mom is still going. Who's going to retire first, you or your mom? It's tough. It's a tough question.
Yeah, no, she's still going.
Yeah.
She's still going.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe maybe it's after his smoke shop. Maybe it's back at my mom's sub shop running for her. I don't know. It's
You never know.
you
Yeah.
never know, right? But that could be a possibility. Maybe, but um, she's holding strong. She's a very powerful lady. She works very hard. Not just her, but my father, which passed away last year, and they both of them create a, I wouldn't say an imperial, but created a institution where everyone goes to, and I
Yeah.
couldn't be proud of the both of them.
Yeah. How would your dad was alive today? How proud would he have been of you? I mean, just remarkable from where you came from to now. How proud would he have been of you today?
I I I believe he's the the last months he's starting to when we were talking he was understandable. He understood what he had done for us. And
To
I
make
think
you
he was
guys where you
very
are now. Tough love,
yes.
but good tough love, right?
No, yeah, but he knew there were all three of us are successful in life, right? We're healthy, we have good families, and we are here, and we're being staying positive. And I think he was very, very happy with what he has done and accomplished. He was very faithful man. He worshipped uh, a lot, and he was in a great place. So
Yeah, yeah, sure. Definitely missed by all of you guys. Before I get you out of here, I have a couple of questions because my mind and my
yeah,
writing knowledge and my skills is yeah, it's crazy. It's let's talk some good stuff right now, some fun stuff. Maybe got a little dark there. Let's make some fun stuff.
you're right.
Yeah, it's like a roller coaster, writing and
It
these
is.
podcasts, they go up and down. You never know where things are going to take you. Um, What kind of music you listen to these days? A little samba, a little bossa, a little nava. What kind of music Maddie listens to these days? A little rap music.
Well, I am a heavy metal guy, but
Really?
yeah, I grew up with heavy metal.
Okay.
My father used to go nuts. I would have Iron Maiden. I would have like it was crazy. But
Yeah.
I'll listen depending the mood. You know what I mean? It's depending what's going on. Bianca, it's huge on music. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? When I met her, it was me. I was just heavy metal, and she's
Yeah.
just all kinds of genres, and that's who we are. And like my kids the other day, my Luca the other day, he was like, "Oh, this is Red Chili Peppers. I love it." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Lorenzo went to Metallica show with us, and he was like, "Oh, this is awesome." So it's
Wow.
and it goes. Depending, like I said, depending what's going on. Sometimes, you know what I mean? We're doing a Mexican night at home, we throw some Mexican music on. We're
Right.
doing Italian, we throw some classic Italians. It's just like it's. I listen to everything, but
Right.
depending, I trend to. I like more of the hockey rock part, so I trend to stay that way. But
Okay.
as you get older, my playlist is audibles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're listening to different books and while you're
Yeah.
driving, and you are. I'm
Yeah.
listening to Bloomberg, so I can look at what's going on with the economy, and so it's all over the place.
All over the
So
place. You got like a
yeah,
favorite artist? Like any favorite artists? A top five or a couple artists you prefer?
uh, Ozzy always had Ozzy. Ozzy is always on my playlist.
Okay.
I mean, it was sad that he passed
Yeah, you
away, but I've
peace.
been
Yeah.
when I moved to the states, Ozzy was one of the first concerts I ever went to.
Yeah.
So, but uh, those are kind of like old, very old
Old school stuff.
styles
Yeah.
that old school that I
Sure.
go for.
Top
And then I
five.
got
Yeah, go ahead.
then Lorenzo into rap. You know what I mean? So every time he gets in the car, he's getting his driver's license, right? So if he's driving,
Yeah.
he picks the music. So now I'm starting to look to his kind of music, and
This kind of music. What is
uh,
he into? Drake, Bad Bunny? What is he into these days?
all of it. It's
All of it, huh?
yeah, yeah. I cannot name it.
Yeah.
It's, you know what I mean? I'm awful with names,
These days it's tough
but
to keep these days it's tough to keep
yeah,
what's going
but
on. It's so many different kids and everybody's little this or this and that. It's a lot. It's a
ex-
handful. Not like our days.
exactly,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then look, Lorenzo got wanted to be the DJ for the varsity soccer, which create the playlist. They walk around with the boombox, right,
Yeah,
on the when they're going
yeah.
away games or in the field. So he created the playlist. He's got his own playlist, which Luca follows, and they're always talking about the same rappers and singers and all that. So
Yeah,
it's nice to see it.
yeah. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Top five Portuguese foods must try your household growing up. What would you say?
Well, first is our my mom's or my parents' sub, right?
Okay.
Um, like I said, my brother's trying to sneak some in the country right now. So let's see if I have dinner tonight. Uh, Picanha. So
Okay.
I'm come from I come from the middle of the country. We eat a lot of red meats or lamb meat, right? Um, so steaks. That's always feijoada on a cold day. Um,
Black bean stew, right? Yeah.
Yep, it's like a
I did
bean
my
stew, which
research.
you
My research, yeah.
so and then snacks.
Okay.
Coxinha, which is made with flour and stuffed with very heavy seasoned chicken and fry, which is you can eat anywhere. And I could leave out of pão de queijo, which is a cheese bread.
Cheese
So
bread. Yeah. Yeah.
yep, when I was growing up, my mom tried to sell pão de queijo or Ponte Vedra at the sub shop, and she stopped after a few months because she was losing too much money or eating too much. So she was like, "Yeah, that's not working."
Any Aki bowls besides and Pancho Cajun as well? Any Aki bowls or no? Not a big fan of Aki bowls.
No,
No, not a big fan. What I mean, you cook so many foods. You're into so many foods. I'm thinking in my head, what does his house on Thanksgiving look like? That dinner table. What does that look like?
so it's American. We try to keep that way. It's
Okay.
baked. It's baked sweet potatoes that Stefan taught me to make. One of the first Thanksgiving dinner we had, which is yams and brown sugar and bourbon and marshmallows on top, and that's one of the items that we do. And then
Right.
now what we do is I get I get stuffing from work, right? Gravy from work. I'm not gonna do those. And then what I'm doing this year, we're gonna do a spatchcock turkey on the grill versus versus make the traditional. We Andy and I we did a trip to the Carolinas 2 years back, and we met a amazing chef down there. Has a Chris, and he on Prime barbecue, and he does the spatchcock turkey for Thanksgiving. It was amazing, and I think it's much better because now you're mixing all the meats, so you don't have a dry breast. Now you have everything is stayed moist.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to do that this year.
That's awesome, man. Being a chef, last time you burned something.
Last time I burned something.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm burning stuff all the time. I'm trying to do too many things at once. And I'm like, oh, I have something.
You're there, something on the pot brewing stove.
I'm grilling. I'm grilling here, and then I got something. I have something in the oven, and I'm trying to. So I cannot do one thing at a time. I'm always doing multiple things, and I usually it's at home that I'll burn something because I'll get distracted either talking to Bianca or the kids, and I'm like, oh crap, I got something in the grill. But yeah, but then it's like, okay, what can we do with this, right?
Right.
If it's the broccoli's too charred, let's chill and let's make a salad or whatever. So it's figuring out what to do with it.
Give me some Portuguese slangs, meaning behind them. What do they mean from Portuguese to English? Some random Portuguese slangs. What do you got for us today?
Man, I don't know if I know any because I've been here for 26 years.
How about chama, mana, bora, de boa? I mean, you got
right.
So I'm researching last night. I'm like, I got to figure this out.
So all that stuff.
Yeah.
I was reading something pop up on my social media the other day. They were putting slangs from Portuguese to Brazilian that doesn't make any sense if you translate. But if you speak the language, it makes sense.
Right.
I can't recall. I'll have to get back to you on that.
You have to go back. Here I am looking at all these slangs. I'm like, this is a lot of slangs. I'm like, man, oh man, where do I even begin?
It's a lot. It's like it's by region. It's the same thing here, right? It's by region, and Brazil is so big that sometimes I'm like not as much now, but at the beginning when Bianca and I would starting to date, she was like, "What are you talking about?" Because my slang was completely different than hers. She comes from she comes from the east coast of São Paulo, and I'm coming from pretty much a redneck. So it's like. But now we kind of understand. And here or there, I'll come up with a word, and she's like, "What are you talking about?" So I have to Google it
and translate. What's your favorite holiday, man? What's your favorite holiday?
I'll say Christmas.
Family togetherness, right?
Yeah. Especially now we have the boys, right? Well, ever since we started getting the boys and the whole. How everything goes and what the kids believe and when it's sad to see they coming out of the Santa Claus and
Yeah.
But it's the only time that the restaurant shuts down and we all in together.
Right.
Um, and now we host we some years we host in our house, some years we host on my sister-in-law's house, which it's great. So we always help it. We always going back and forth, and but the main thing is the entire family getting together. Even from
Yeah.
growing up, Christmas was the only holiday that my parents would close the sub shop so we could go celebrate with the family. Otherwise, it was we're working the entire year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How
so
cool is it being a dad to Renzo and Luca? Now being into soccer, they finally got you into soccer. It's been basketball your whole life, and these
yep.
two kids
It's,
came into your life, and now you're into soccer now.
again, Bianca and Lorenzo, they got me into soccer. When to probably 6, 7 years ago, football
Yeah,
I couldn't care. I would
your
watch
wheelhouse.
World
Yeah,
Cup,
yeah,
but um, Bianca is just anything sports. She's really into it. And then when Lorenzo started playing, and then really enjoyed it, and start making travel teams, and I started watching him, and then we start watching games on TV. Then I started learning more about it.
right.
Now that I understand the game, uh, it's enjoyable, right?
Yeah,
So I'll watch more football than I'll watch basketball because we're trying to watch games together. And
right.
Lorenzo, depending what position he's every season, he's been playing different positions. So we're watching, studying games. I was like, hey, look how this guy's playing that position. So it's like, oh, makes sense. So
Yeah,
yeah, so it's been fun. It's been
yeah. World Cup is coming up next year. I gotta ask you, who's gonna win this thing? Give me a pick.
uh, I'm hope I'm very hopeful that Brazil will because they
Okay.
turning around, right? They turning around. Uh, the
Angelotti,
coaches,
you look head coach, right? He's a
yeah,
great guy,
he's
coach.
making some changes for, uh, and he's before it used to be connections with the Brazilian club, right? Who you know, who we're gonna have it. Now
Right,
he's like, no, we're going to win. We're not. I'm gonna pick who's gonna play, and we're gonna. So we're starting to see he change. He's using all these games that he's doing. He's using different players to see who really wants. And it looks like it feels like the 2002 team. They care, they fight for it,
right.
right? They're
Yeah,
not there for publicity. They're there for the country.
for the
So
win. I
um,
mean, looking back, those Brazilian teams were great, man. Ronaldinho, Cafu, like, I mean, Roberto Carlos. I mean, those guys are just legendary names, and to this day, they
yeah,
still think about them. It's unbelievable.
yeah, and that's who we grew up watching. I mean, those
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
Roberto Carlos crazy kicks and Ronaldo's ability, Ronaldinho. So it's it changed a bit, and Brazilian soccer is changing a lot too, right? Because everyone's learning how to mark, how to defending. So I think Brazil took a little too long to redevelop itself, but
yeah,
also they cannot lose what we always did, right? They need to be able to get their one on ones, their 1v1s, and that's what I
yeah.
tell Lorenzo. It's like, look, if you're
Yeah,
watching
get that 1v1. Yeah,
if you're watching MLS, none of the very few players can do 1v1. They get
right.
no, they can't hold the ball. And I'm like,
Yeah,
you gotta. So it's like you gotta when you're not training in the field, you gotta be in the backyard doing your 1v1, your ball handling because that's what's gonna make you different.
yeah,
So
absolutely. And Vinny, great guy, one on one. He cries a little bit though.
yeah,
Vinny cries a little bit.
yeah.
Neymar, I don't know if he's gonna make the team. We'll see.
For
But
the
I'm looking forward to the World Cup, man. I'm looking forward to the World Cup next year.
for the longest time, I didn't understand Neymar. Right, he's always flopping and all that, and then I start reading about it is because he gets fouled so much and he has to to throw him or throw himself so he doesn't get as hurt.
Yeah.
So so that's I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Growing up in Brazil as a kid, was Pele the guy for you? Favorite soccer player of all time, Pele?
No, I, I didn't care.
Yeah, didn't care for it.
I knew Pelé. Yeah, everyone talk
Right.
about Pelé, but I'm like, for me, it was
Michael
it was
Jordan.
Jordan. What's Jordan doing?
Today
Which
of
is
all
crazy.
days, Halloween. You told me we were going to do this today. I'm like, oh my god, this Halloween. What are you looking forward to most? Taking the kids trick or treating. Bianca's got her outfit. Do you have an outfit? And what are you looking forward to about trick or treating today with the kids?
Well, until until this year, I used to take the boys out, and this
Okay.
year they all have plans that I don't have.
Ah, they're
So
growing up
Bianca and I,
now.
yeah, Bianca and I will be home giving out candy.
Okay. Okay.
Probably eating more than giving out because we live in a
Don't eat too much.
cul-de-sac.
You gotta give the kids something at the end of the day.
We live on a cul-de-sac, so
Right.
our area is not very popular. We'll get probably 10 kids if the most,
Okay. Right.
but they all making plans. They all which are excited for them.
Right.
Um, you know what I mean? They'll get great experience. They'll have to make some decisions, good or bad, right? So
Right.
it's part of life. It's part of growing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
um,
How about that? The kids, you allow them to be on cell phones, social media, kind of dangerous. Depends on how you look at it. What's your take on social media with the
right,
kids?
yeah. So both has social media. We try to
Okay.
control, um, and Bianca and I we explain to them what it is, right? What and how they what they learn from it and what they can do about it, right? Um, Especially this day and age with cyberbullying and all that.
Yeah.
So they have phones. They have to put it away before they go to bed, so they can get a good night's sleep. Right? Some days works fine. Some days you have to remind them multiple times. But but again, both kids they're amazing. All this art behind here that you see, that's all stuff that
Wow.
they did
That's
that
they
we put
did.
out. Yep,
Amazing.
that's yeah for the first as they grow. But
Right. That's
so
amazing, man.
they're both very talented, uh, and each they each one is their own individual. One
Yeah.
loves sports, the other one loves books,
Yeah.
and nothing wrong with either, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we love about them.
Who's more strict? You or Bianca as a parent?
I think I am.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, I think I
All
am. I'm and
right.
someone has to, right?
Someone
But
has
yeah,
to be it, right?
yeah, I think I am, and I think sometimes I've been a manager for so long and managing people that sometimes I forget that they are my kids, and I'm like,
Your kids.
this is
Yeah.
what I want you to do. I want you to
Right.
do this, and I have to like, okay, they're not my employees, they
Yeah.
don't work
Yeah.
for me, so okay, so so sometimes Bianca reminds me that as well. I was like, hey,
Yeah.
a little too much, but
Yeah.
um, but at the end of the day, hopefully, my goal is that they understand that that's what real like this is how you're gonna be the moment you get a job, right?
Yeah.
Lorenzo's been working since he was 15, so
Wow.
so he's get part times, right? He works in there's a mountain that does snow tubing 10 minutes from here, so he does that on his school break, and um, he works as a busser or support for a smoke shop.
Okay.
We have one close by, so he does that. He hasn't. He's on a leave of absence because of soccer season.
Yeah. Yeah.
For so he's a junior, and he was a varsity. He made varsity again, and
Awesome.
he was playing most of the games. So it's very exhausting.
That's all. Yeah.
it's a lot of work for sports
Yeah.
on for the kids. It's
But teaching them responsibility is good. What they're doing now. It's not easy. Nothing comes easy, and neither it should. So it's a good
no,
thing to
no,
get out there, see what the world is. So when they're there, a certain age, they're not like surprised about the real life. So it's
yeah,
a good thing.
e- exactly. And like Lorenzo, I was fortunate enough that we could get Lorenzo a credit card under his name, so he can start
Yeah,
using and figuring out how it goes. So and he has a checking account where his money gets deposited that he works, right,
right.
and every month he got to go in and he's got to balance his books.
Yeah, yeah,
So that's stuff that I didn't learn, which was
right.
very old. And I think that's what you ask me, what would I teach my 17-year-old? This
Yeah,
is that's what I'm teaching my, because it's important, right? You
sure.
manage your finances. There'll be a Our goal is that our kids are better than us. So
Yeah, it's great parenting right there. What's the future for you, your family, yourself? Where do you see yourself in 15, 20 years from now?
right. Well, we're just Lorenzo's starting to do college IDs, so he's trying to get D1 in soccer.
Yeah.
So so we are that's what we're planning right now for some trips that we have to do. He's part of a club that's regional, so we go all the way down to Jersey
Hmm.
to play some games, and then we have some showcases that he's going to be doing. It's Hopefully once the kids are up and running, Bianca and I looking for just trying to find a warmer place that we can spend some time.
Right.
But definitely, it's a lot of traveling. We're trying once the boys are up and running, we'll wanna be able to travel as much as we can.
Yeah.
So right after COVID, we got our papers, and first trip we did our honeymoon. So we went
A
to
long-awaited honeymoon, right?
20 yeah,
Yeah.
20 years later we did our honeymoon, and we
Awesome.
went to Paris, and it was just amazing. I was like, I could get used to this, right? So
Yeah. Yeah. You got to
um
taste. You want to do it more often now.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
is that stuff, if it's with smoke shop or whatever it is continue to grow, um and something that I think all of us needs to do is give more to the community, helping out. Um, if it's your local food pantry or your local charity, helping out, and
Yeah.
um, and that's something that I learned with Andy. It's doing those charities, right? Next week the boys and I are going to a kids fundraise, and we're going to be serving food to raise
Wow.
money. So
Wow.
that will be our second year doing it. So it's very exciting to do that with the boys.
Yeah.
Um, but continue, and that will teach them as well, right?
Yeah. Of course.
Um, but that's where I see us doing more and continuing to do it. Um, we love where we are. Um, this town, it's great. It's a little. It's not. You're only 35, 40 minutes from Boston without traffic, so you can get good stuff. And definitely spending some time down in Brazil with our parents. Um,
Yeah.
we're definitely doing that.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. This has been a lot of fun. Say hello. I hope Lorenzo gets a scholarship, by the way, D1 scholarship. I'm watching him on TV one day. Maybe he makes it to the MLS, Premier League,
Yeah, yeah,
La Liga, or wherever. I wish that kid all the best, all the success. Bianca as well, Luca as well, yourself, your brother coming in tonight. That's amazing.
yeah.
Thanksgiving could just imagine the Thanksgiving table. Christmas, your mom still grinding after all these years. Like amazing, amazing family structure from where you've been. There's only going to be 1 year. Ended up being more than 2 decades later. Still grinding. Here we are. A little bit of gray. I've got a little bit of gray as well.
It's a lot of
Um,
gray.
yeah. I was being nice. I was being genuine, you know.
You haven't seen the other part.
um, man, I wish you guys
But
all the best, man. This has been a lot of fun. Thanks for coming on here, sharing your amazing story, journey. I'm sure we could talk for hours. I know
yeah,
you're busy, wife is busy, family's busy, and everybody else, a lot of things going on. Just wish you guys a lot of fun and a lot of success in life, man. Just
thank you.
Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all the best. Maybe we catch up one day. Maybe I'll take a trip up to Boston. I don't know. I got to try this
Yeah,
brisket. I got to try something. I got to do something, right? I don't know. You let me know.
yeah.
I'll
You
figure
you, you,
something out,
def-
you
you
know?
definitely got you definitely got to come up. And
Yeah.
anyone watching, if you come to Boston, check us
Yeah.
out. Reach out to me. It's not just the barbecue here that's it's growing on the New England area, but there are amazing restaurants, amazing bakeries. Uh, like if you want very old style, French is ma maison for sure.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, I have bread because of Bread's Bakery and baking now. I'm always like every time a bakery opens up, fresh bread. It's a must. But there's so much great places up here. Not just the food part, but the historical part too. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Love to see.
Um, you could make a day trip, come up here, and you'll be able to see so much.
Right.
Uh, Boston, New York, New York's completely different, right? But
Yeah. Two
Boston,
different places. Yeah.
it's amazing. Um, and you guys should definitely come up and try it. And
Yeah.
I'd love to serve you some barbecue, give tour of the smokers, and
Yeah.
uh, I'm sure you enjoy it. And again, thank you so much for reaching out. When you told me, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be about 2 hours. Like, what we're gonna talk about for 2 hours? I'm like, there's no way. But it's being amazing. A lot of great memories.
Yeah.
Um, we had so many great people on our lives on this journey with
Yeah.
cheesecake and um, but again, thank you, and looking forward to seeing you and
Yeah.
keep in touch.
Yeah, man. Here we are 20 years later. Cross paths way back then, and we're crossing
Yeah,
paths again. Life is crazy. You never know where it's going to take you. You just never know.
exactly. That's why I never burn bridges, right? Never burn
I was going to
bridges.
say that. You looking at my notes today? Because everything I was going to say, you said it before I was going to say it. I think you cheated, Matt. I think you cheated today.
Right?
Man, happy Halloween. Be safe. Trick or treating. Be safe. And we'll see you soon. I'm Kenford.
The
He's
same.
Matt. We are good. We are out.